before me, I see 3 proven superheroes.
Excelsior! Hyperaction! Hyperstrike!
Hyperstrike.
Feedback. Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too,
As
man.
always.
What are you feeling right now?
Right now, I mean, I'm really happy for Defuser. I mean, I love Japanese comics. He loves American comics. So, like, this is his style, you know, Stanley.
You were such a hit with the kids.
Hyper Blast!
How many of you like Hyperstrike the most? That's almost half the class.
And for me, like, that was the most important thing to win in this whole competition. Like, that just really did mean the world to me.
I need a pair of civilian pants.
I enjoyed the Universal City Walk Challenge just because that was with people, you know, mixing it up with people. I enjoyed that one as well.
And your costume is hiding actually a battle scar.
That's like through that suit.
And that was kind of a tough challenge for you guys.
That was a
You
tough
had 3
challenge.
dogs.
Honestly, though, I love that one. We felt like we'd conquered the world after we beat that mission.
When I saw you guys, you always had a smile on your face. Like you were really enjoying the whole experience.
I mean, how could you not? How could you not? I mean, to not appreciate this, if you say you're a superhero fan, you're definitely not a superhero fan. I mean, look at us. Look at us.
What were some of the other highlights that just things that stick out in your mind that you think, you know what, I'll always remember that?
The wind tunnel right at the beginning. And that was day 1. It was like, bam. Did we want to be a superhero? Yes. Yes, we do.
Do you feel like they kind of became like family the more time you spent with them?
Sure. And it's not just time, it's just intense time.
Had you seen season 1?
My own season 1, actually. I mean, I studied it once I knew I was going to be on this season. I was like, all right, I'm going to make sure I don't make any of these mistakes. And funnily enough, the mistake I ended up making that almost got me out is I gave away my secret identity.
Stork, just like the bird.
Well, it was the kids.
Ridiculous. It was the kids.
It was the kids.
I did it for a good cause.
I am Hyperstrike!
It's going to be hard to walk down the street without people asking you to do some gymnastics for
That
them.
would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, I love being in the spotlight. That's why I'm a performer. So I would enjoy that type of attention.
If there's something you'd like to say or a message that you would like to get to all of those people, what would it be?
I mean, I say this all the time. Like, my messages are all very simple, but pursue your passions. That's all I have to say. That's what you should do with your life. Whatever you love to do, do it. Completely devote yourself to it.
And you've done that.
Yes.
And look how far it's taken you.
Definitely.
And I think you got a lot of fans along the way.
Thank you
I'm
so
one of
much,
them.
It's Hygena!
Hygena.
Hi!
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much, Feedback. Thank you for having me.
A big emotional night.
Big emotional night.
How are you feeling right now?
When they called Defuser's name, I honestly was really happy. Because from day 1, he's been kind of the house hero. And Mr. Lee is a smart man, and he made the right choice.
You really rose to the challenge yourself.
Now I get to re-watch it when it comes out as an observer and to see what is it that everyone else saw in me.
Hygena, you are not the physically strongest here, but your heart is unequaled.
Hear, hear.
He saw the heart of a hero.
That's huge for me because I know that that's a strength, and going in and to have that acknowledged was really special.
Tell me why you should continue on this journey to becoming a superhero.
Who will clean up the house?
10 people, a lot of dishes. I think they have much reel of me cleaning toilets, cleaning dishes. But it was kind of nice because that's what I do to calm down. Some people golf. I do yoga, and I do cleaning.
So what were some of the highlights?
I have to say, seeing the comic book cover.
Oh my God!
Awesome!
Yeah.
It's you!
Cool. I was all rocking this long hair and really sexy, you know, typical kind of 14-year-old male fantasy comic book cover, but I loved it. Surprisingly for me, something memorable that's rising to the surface is we did a challenge involving spiders, and I have arachnophobia.
Wow.
So getting through that is something memorable.
Get the web off of me, please.
Yeah, yes.
But later I got home and I was kind of like, oh, it's on me, it's on me. So difficult but memorable. I feel very privileged, very lucky to be in presence of Hyperstrike and the Defuser and Mr. Lee. When doors open, you need to go through them. I was unsure about myself. I was even unsure why they picked me. But here I did it. I don't know if many people thought I would make it, but I pushed myself and I would do the missions and I would come out the other side a little bit stronger. So I think I impressed myself.
Fighting crime and
And
grime.
grime. Thank you, feedback.
Hygena, you're awesome.
The Defuser. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been an amazing ride. It's been a long series of missions getting here. A lot of stress and a lot of fun. A lot of amazing people.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Occupation, hometown.
Well, I'm a 38-year-old father of 3, married, police detective. I've been with the Austin Police Department for almost 15 years now. I'm an avid D&D player, video game player. I got about 10 to 12,000 comic books in my garage. God love my wife for putting up with it. Yeah, I'm just a big geek.
So what inspired you to do Who Wants to Be a Superhero?
My friends and coworkers. I missed the first 2 episodes of the first season initially. And so that all my friends were emailing me, calling me, going, dude, you gotta watch the show. We started having Who Wants to Be a Superhero night at my house. And all my friends would show up at the house and we'd all watch it and we'd all try to make bets on who would win and what was going on. And they kept saying, dude, if they do this again, you've got to do this. And I was like, I don't know, guys, I'm supposed to be a big, tough policeman. I can't be wearing spandex on TV. And they're like, no, this is you. This is like, who else has a Hulk green bathroom with comics all over the wall? And my wife and so many, Trey, all my friends, we're like, okay, they're coming to San Antonio. You have no excuse. And I'm like, I don't even have a hero. So I have in my closet a bunch of old spiral notebooks of when I was in like 7th and 8th and 9th grade. I used to just write stories, create comics, draw. Well, I can't draw that good. Draw, write the stories, origin, backstories, powers. So my wife's like tapping, I'm going, pick one. So I picked my hero. And his powers were very much along the lines of like a super cop, which was funny because I wrote it when I was in like 7th grade. And so they really kind of got me excited about it. And so I went and auditioned and the rest is history. Here I am.
Yeah, I'm bruising up pretty good.
Was there ever a moment where it dawned on you, wow, I could really win this?
Really, no. I wasn't allowing myself to think at the end. Because when we do a mission at the police department, you're not thinking about the end because it'll get you killed. You're thinking about checking your corners. You're thinking about who's armed. So that's kind of how I approached this entire adventure, was play it from the heart, play it straight, play it honest.
I'm gonna get sick.
And play it one singular step at a time.
So what were some of the highlights that you remember?
The very first day, we had to go through a massive hurricane wind tunnel, rain and water and wind so hard it blistered my lips and my face. I saw you, and I kept thinking, am I not doing this right, We had to go through one area that was a tunnel, and I'm a little claustrophobic. My fat butt, I broke some of the pipes and fell, and something went squish, and I'm like, oh God, I hope I didn't kill something.
How about when you saw your comic book cover?
When I saw my comic cover, it was wow.
You were so busy leading,
Go!
you failed to notice what the true test was.
One of the big challenges for me is not to jump up and take charge. I tend to get what my wife says bossy pants.
Sometimes I can't help myself.
In fact, last year for Christmas, my mom got me a set of pajama bottoms that have remote controls all over them, and it says control freak all over. So I think that the big lesson for me and the big challenge for me was to hang back, see what everybody else can do. From the get-go, everyone out there was amazing in their own right and had an absolute right to be there. I bonded with several, but I think Parthenon the deepest. He was like, how are your cop buddies going to feel that, you're the big, tall cop from Texas, and here I am, the gay guy from Orlando, and we're the ones that are hanging out most. I'm like, who gives a damn? He was such a cool guy just to hang out with. Hyperstrike. Everyone looks and judges him by his physical abilities. That young man is wise beyond his years.
So you were a fan of season 1.
Oh, yes.
And do you watch the Sci-Fi Channel?
When most people are watching TV, I'm playing video games. But I never miss Battlestar Galactica.
Excellent.
So I'm watching more TV. So that means less video games. But I love Sci-Fi Channel.
Well, you and I, we have to play like Guitar Hero or something sometime.
Love to.
Okay.
Love to.
So if you have a message to anyone who's watching right now, what would you want to say to them?
You've got to give 110%. If you're going to do it with your heart. Give it all you got. Even if maybe your friends don't support you in it, maybe even if your family doesn't think you can do it. If it's what you want, if it's who you are, if it's your passion, you've got to do it. And if you're going to do it, don't half-ass it. Give it 110% all the time. You will succeed. Maybe not the first time, maybe not the second time, but you will succeed. And I have to believe that because that's what I've based my life on, and it works. I have a lot of failures, but all it takes is one awesome victory, and here you are.
Here you are. You gave 110%.
Here I am.
And you have victory to show for it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sci-Fi Channel and Sci-Fi.com viewers, for tuning in to the final episode of the Superhero After Show with our winner, the Defuser. Until next time, be heroic and game on. You did it. You did it.
Is this part of the challenge? Is there,
I know. Where are the hidden cameras?
Is bee sting or is someone going to come out after?